Up. We're starting. Hello and welcome back to the Not My Circus podcast. This is episode 6. If you've been following along with us from the beginning, we thank you. Greatly appreciated. Hopefully you're liking it. Hopefully you're thinking we're getting better. We think we're finally getting better. Not the best, but we're getting there. It's been a long couple of weeks. Got Giovan. Estevan is back this week. Gabe is here today. And we're gonna mix up the way we usually start it off, and we're gonna start this one off with some upcoming trips that we're thinking about booking or have booked. And I think Gio, you mentioned that you just booked a trip.
Yeah, I mean, well, nothing's. It's not really a book. I mean, we're planning a Memorial Day weekend beach trip um, down to Port Aransas. So just rented an Airbnb or a little condo and go meet up with some friends and family out there. Um, Trying to get a Vegas trip in, but we'll see. You guys are going to Vegas though.
Yeah, so I
Yeah.
have two Vegas trips planned. It wasn't intended to be that way, but it just happened. I'm going with my family in May 23rd or something, the Saturday, and then back in June. So bought
Nice.
flights for the first time in a while. So we'll see. But I was mad. Both flights I booked on Southwest, both times got changed. So like I'm not
Uh,
even getting my original timings that I booked. But luckily, Southwest was like, because of COVID, blah blah blah, we're letting you switch your flights free of charge. So I got to get on better flights, or at least more expensive ones, for free. So that was nice. But yeah, I finally booked them, staying at MGM in Planet Hollywood because they were free. Uh, we'll
nice.
see. I'm looking forward to just going somewhere, getting out.
Yeah, it's gonna be nice. It's gonna be sick. I'll actually be there the same time Joe's gonna be there in June. Uh, it's should be fun. I'll be there with my girlfriend and her family for her birthday. So um, we'll run into Joe and hang out with Joe for a little bit and be there for a couple of days. We'll see how it is. I'm interested to see what it's like to fly right now during these times. See what like the protocols and procedures and stuff are going to be at Southwest and all that. But yeah, the flights did get changed a little bit, so Joe and I are actually on the same flight there and back, so it should be pretty fun. I don't know if we could drink on the planes though. I don't. I
I
think they
don't think
stopped it, right?
Southwest. Yeah, I don't think Southwest is selling. I think you can take your own, um, but I don't think they're selling yet.
Oh, man,
But
I'll
also,
take a cooler,
do,
man.
Yeah, no, there. I went to Vegas in January and during COVID, and yeah, they don't sell alcohol, and you can't even they say you can't even drink those little mini bottles and stuff. So, um, but Vegas itself, I mean,
these,
I mean
these,
Vegas itself, you are gonna have a blast. I mean, everything is pretty normal. At least when I was there, I'm sure now it's eased up even more.
It looks
did you go to any of
packed.
the clubs?
We went to like a day brunch thing, and that was the closest thing to like a club. So you had your like table, you sit down, and you have like you have to spend a certain amount per person. But it was the closest thing to a club, DJ, and you can move around and stuff. And so yeah, I mean that was the closest thing. But I know now that the clubs are opening and the pools are back open. So
I was talking to one of the promoters though, and and she was telling me that like dance floors aren't open though. Like obviously, like you can go in and everything, but she's like dance floors won't be open until July.
So you
And I think that's
basically
why.
just stay in your section and just dance in your section.
Yeah.
that's what they said at the place I went to, and they were a little lenient. There, people got
Was
into a
it
little.
was it inside or outside
It
though?
was inside.
It was
It was
inside.
at I think it was Tao. It was Tao's like nightclub or brunch
But I
spot.
feel I feel like it's gotten lenient though. Like now, like that vaccines have rolled out and kind of things have eased up. I've seen like snaps and like Instagram videos of other people there, and it just looks like almost like a normal Vegas. Like tons of people everywhere. Like I don't know. I guess we'll find out in 2 months, but or a
Yeah.
month.
This lady made it sound like the opposite because she was like,
I,
because I
I
asked her like, well, where do you recommend? Like, obviously, there's no DJs that are going to be there when I'm there. And she was like, I mean, just don't expect obviously what it usually is. And she was like, "It's not about leniency. It's like literally the governor put an order in that dance floors can't be open, and that they're also regulated by the gaming commission or something along those lines. That casinos were, so that it can kind of get strict there." So I was like, "Okay, well, so be it. I mean, we'll still try to go somewhere, but
What about
Yeah.
shows, like magic shows or any of that?
I don't. I know the Jabberwockies were still playing because I wanted to see them, but I don't know how
Whoa.
that's.
Yeah, I think
I,
a lot of those were just doing like capacity, limits and stuff. Like,
damn, but I thought Joe said no dance floors.
Just for the
That's more like a
Jabberwockies.
Basically,
more like stadium seating.
I've actually
It's
never seen
in
the
MGM.
Jabberwocky show, so I don't even know.
same.
Actually, I don't.
We always see the billboards and stuff when we're there, and I was like,
I've
oh, that'd be
actually
kind
never
of
seen
cool.
any show in Vegas. I mean, other
Yeah,
than like a
same.
DJ and stuff, but like I've never seen like a actual like, what is it, that Circus Olay or the Jabberwockies or any magic shows or anything like
The
that.
magic show's the
Never
one
seen.
that,
They have a
or is that
bunch of
something
them,
else?
but I'm sure there's a tiger there somewhere.
I want to.
I saw one time we went with North Park, and we saw Ka, which is a Cirque du Soleil one at MGM, and it was pretty cool. But I was actually I've seen two shows. I saw that, and then I saw Absinthe in front of Caesars. They have that tent outside in front of Caesars, and that one was
Maybe
pretty
that's
fun.
going on. If it's outside and it's in a tent, maybe that would be going on.
Yeah, possibly.
Maybe. I don't know.
Remember, Gabe, we were out there drinking by it one night or morning, I guess.
Yeah, barely remember, but
Um,
yeah.
yeah,
No, that'll be fun though. You guys will have a good time. I mean, it's still Vegas, and you still got the casinos and all that. So
yeah, I'm looking forward to it.
Yeah, it should be fun. I'm excited. We'll
How
see
was
how
it
it
when you were
goes.
gambling though, G? Were they separating with glass or anything, or like plastic, or like if you're at a table?
some casinos did, but some didn't. I think they just like took out like a chair, one of the chairs, so like there was a space in between. And then another thing that they were kind of strict about was, how like if you were like let's say I'm with you, but I'm not playing, we used to like stand like by each other and watch. They're pretty strict about that. They're like, if you're not playing, you got to kind of stay back. Um, but that was about it. Other than that, I mean, it felt pretty normal to play and stuff, I thought.
Craps with the dice and the chips and everything. They
Yeah,
were.
there are still groups of playing craps. Yeah, roulette as well.
I mean, roulette, I guess you don't. I don't know. I mean, if everybody's touching the same,
Sure.
unless they swap out dice every time, like a new player throws, or I mean, I just don't see like why separate people with the plastic, but then everybody's in the same dice. Like,
Yeah,
I mean,
some places did have those plastic dividers, but
oh, not even all of them had it.
no, I don't remember some of them having it.
Oh wow, I thought they installed it like in all the casinos. I don't know. I'm excited to play some
Did you
blackjack,
see?
man.
I think it was like in Florida, like early when they had like the poker table with like the glass, and you hand in their hands, like the reflect.
No.
They like set it up wrong, or like, you know what I mean, like right in front of them, and you can see exactly what everyone had. It's like, wow, this isn't helping at all.
There's this guy I follow on YouTube. He's like, he makes like poker vlogs for Texas Hold'em, and he's been playing like literally every day in Vegas, and they still have those like clear dividers, and like there's like a little hole where you have to like you get your cards and stuff like that. So it seemed, but that's at the poker tables. I don't know if maybe that's
Yeah,
different because it's just
yeah.
they're sitting there longer.
I think it like varied by the games and stuff.
Yeah, play some blackjack, man. Play some craps. Play some roulette. I'm excited.
Yeah, I'm excited to get back and play and see what happens. It's been a minute, so I've been
Yeah,
trying to play.
just to travel again. I mean, it's gonna be awesome.
I mean, you've already traveled like I don't
Yeah, I
even know how
know.
many times this year.
I know,
You
but
never stopped.
it was fun though, and it's like, I mean, I feel safe. Like, I mean, you're in the airport, like in the airports they make you wear your masks and stuff, and on the airplane they make you wear your masks. The flight attendants come down and like if you're not wearing it, they'll tell you. So
Kick you out.
they're supposed to have those like new filter systems that like in the plane where it's like filtering out the air like every so often. So
Yeah,
y'all be safe, and y'all are vaccinated too.
yeah, that's true. We'll see how it goes. We'll keep y'all updated after June.
You playing anything, Gabe?
No, nothing yet. I'm excited to get back. Going a few places I just not aware, but I haven't really thought that through yet. So probably get on that. Probably have an answer for you in a podcast or two, in a week or two.
You gotta ask
I
Tori.
know Gabe has a couple things planned with, but it's more like local. Like we got some party barges and things like that.
Yeah, stuff in city, but nothing too crazy. Just the normal summer stuff pre-COVID.
If y'all want to party with the pod, we have a party barge coming up. DM the Not My Circus Pod on Twitter, and
Got some spots.
got some spots open for limited number of spots for friends of the pod.
We'll do tryouts.
Tree outs.
White tree. All right. But yeah, so we'll see. So like, yeah, Vegas. Then I wanted to. Eric has been like itching to go to a beach, so we'll see. I don't know. I was gonna tell Nando today, like, I'll go to Tulum now, just
Dude,
because he's always mad at everyone going.
I know I'm down to go there. One of my coworker today was telling me that he booked, and it's not till November, so maybe that's why. But he found like an all-inclusive resort in Punta Cana for like $60 a night. But staying at the Rio, and Gabe knows we stayed at Rio and Cancun and Cabo. I mean, it's not like a super fancy resort, but it's nice, and I mean, you still get the all-inclusive package deal, and so.
So like I've never been to like any of those like beaches and like stuff like that. Like what would you say like would be the best place to go for like the first one? Would it be like Cancun? Would it be Cabo? Like Cozumel? Like Punta Cana?
I mean, I've only been to Cancun and Cabo, but out of the two, I would say Cancun is like more fun for going out. Cabo, they still have nightclubs. It's like fun going out, but I don't think they're as cool as Cancun. Cancun's like, I feel like the nightclubs are a little bit better. But Cabo's food, I mean, we didn't really go like to out, but the food at the resort, since it's, I guess closer like that coast has better food. The food there was just amazing. The seafood, I don't know if you're a big seafood guy, but the seafood there was amazing. And it was resort seafood, so I mean, good.
Yeah, you same. I mean, we went to Cancun and Cabo with Gabe, but I think kind of like what he said, Cabo was. It seemed like more like touristy, or like it seemed like there's a lot more like I guess like Americans and stuff, or like Cancun. You kind of got that feel where you're like actually like Mexico and like going out to the clubs and stuff. It felt like a lot more like Mexico. Cabo was a lot more like Americanized, I guess, is what I'm trying to say.
Yeah, they were both fun though, but I think I had more fun in Cancun. But I mean, if Cancun doesn't work and you have Cabo, yeah, go for sure. Like that was a lot of fun as well. You're not losing wherever you go.
I definitely want to go check out like one of those beaches at some point.
Yeah.
I would do the all-inclusive resorts, because I mean everything is just included, like the beer. All you have to do is, of course, like tip, but all the beer, the bars, just restaurants, everything. It's just all there, and some of the places are open 24 hours. So like we'd get home like 3, 4 in the morning, and there'll be like hamburgers and stuff there for you to eat. So
So it's literally everything. No,
yeah,
like
everything.
food, breakfast, lunch, dinner, all that.
Yeah, you can even get room service for free too. I mean, it's
Yeah.
literally,
For $60 a day, like in Punta Cana.
that's what my coworker said. He booked it. They go every every Thanksgiving week, somewhere like Cancun, Cabo. Now they're doing Punta Cana.
Even your room has dispensers and beer in the fridge. And like we
When
drink the beer in the fridge, and we get there like when we come back from like pool, and it was like restocked by room service.
When the room service comes to like clean your room up and stuff, they restock the fridge with all your beers, and
Damn,
it's awesome.
that sounds fun.
He's ready to go.
I'm pretty
Maybe
excited.
that'll be my trip. I don't have something planned, but I might plan another Mexico trip. That sounds like fun.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've been itching to go back to Mexico. It's been a minute, but even the last time I went to Mexico. I went to Mexico City, but I didn't go. I didn't go out there, but I want to go back and go
Yeah.
out.
Yeah, that was like me
really
too.
a really cool city. Hopefully, I can go back soon.
How was it was Puerto Rico, right? Where you went, G?
Yeah, Puerto Rico was a lot of fun.
How was that compared to like going to like Cabo or
So
Cancun?
the big difference for us was like Puerto Rico doesn't really have, at least that I knew of, they didn't have a whole lot of like all inclusive places. So we stayed at kind of like regular hotels or even Airbnbs. And you kind of just got to go out and do things on your own. So luckily my uncle is from there, and so he took us around the entire island, just going to the cool spots and stuff. So, but
But he kind of knows too, like where to go and not like the tourist traps, like where it's just
right,
like
right. So like when I got in, you fly into San Juan. That's like the main airport, and so that's the main like where all the tourists go. So we were there for like the first couple nights, but then we moved our way around and stayed at some other places and did like a boat day. That was a lot of fun. It took us to an island.
yeah,
Um,
that boat day looked fun, man.
yeah,
They barely made it.
my dad's 50th birthday, and they they had a good time. I had to babysit a little bit.
Change of
Change,
things, right?
changer, yeah.
Yeah, man.
Tables turned.
You are a son.
But Puerto Rico is like
Yeah,
it's
that's
just
fun.
like
The
it's
one
just
time we went to Puerto Rico, we did the boat thing, and dude, the water's so clear.
yeah. It's
Yeah.
awesome, and then it's like it feels like you're just like in the jungle, like almost like you're just everywhere you drive, like going through the mountains and stuff, and it's just like it's really nice.
Oh, I know.
We
We
heard
heard
the
the
we heard the
jungle
jungle.
in your when you've podcasted with us.
Yeah.
There was monkeys and tigers, and we heard it all.
God, Gabe with the tigers, man.
That's
They
two
like
tigers.
they
Two
like
tiger
pepper,
breed.
right? They hate cinnamon.
Um, yeah,
I can't
if
wait,
y'all don't
man.
know, tigers are my favorite animals. That and monkeys.
It's not turtles.
I like turtles, but I don't love them.
I like turtles.
So what about interests, Joe?
I finally played basketball for the first time in like over a year, like against like 5-on-5. So I played
I
at
was about to
church
say I played
this
you one
past
on one the
Sunday.
other night.
Yeah, no,
I
but
guess you
finally like
don't count
ran
on
up and
keto
down the
consider it.
court, played 5-on-5, had to actually play defense and help defense.
Did
And
y'all play at Central or somewhere else?
no, played at Our Lady of Grace. Central's too big of a gym, dude. I can't run up and down Central's gym right now. It's gonna take some time.
Yeah, I could
It's
still
not
use the old
it's
gym
not the
too.
same. It's not the gyms aren't like regulation same size courts.
No, like now a lot of them are, but like Our
Not
Lady
like
of
the
Grace
older
has a
gyms,
small
yeah.
gym. The Central Alumni Historic Gym is small.
Well, but I mean like
The
but actual like sideline to side baseline to baseline, like they're not all the same distance?
no,
No,
Really?
yeah,
I didn't know that.
the older gyms, yeah, like Central's.
What
especially
about the
depends
rim?
where you go.
Is the rim a little lower so I could dunk it?
No, not that low.
All right.
Did y'all ever play at St. Paul's gym?
Yeah, in
CYO.
middle school.
Yeah,
The
and CYO.
3-point line doesn't even go all the way to the edge. It like ends at the base, like at the sideline, and then
Yeah.
there's like poles that are blocking like the bleachers. So it's pretty rough gym.
That is
Shout
true.
out Ed and Chris.
Oh, they went to St. Paul's.
Yeah,
Yeah.
their ears are probably burning right now that I'm talking about their gym, and they're not here to defend themselves.
Yeah. So, but I finally played. Like, I was so sore the next day. Like, just random muscles I don't use.
Yeah, I haven't played in a
Um,
minute.
but it was fun. It was good to get back out and just get up and down the court. Luckily, there were only 10 of us, so I got to play like the whole time. So that was fun.
Good workout. Gabe, we gotta set up. I'll set it up at St. T's. You gotta get a
Yeah, I'll be
group.
down. I
What
always
about you,
thought when you
Steve?
had it.
I can't wait to race against Ed, man. Every
Are
time
you
he
training
snaps,
for
like him eating like some Tiff treats, and he's eating like a king over there in Austin. I'm like, man, I can't wait to race him. I was like, just please keep eating. He had posted something, or he had texted us, and I was about to say, I was like, man, I can't wait for that race. But I think he's eating clean now, so that's good.
He said day 8.
day 6 or 8, yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
Day 9.
I don't
he's
know.
on a roll.
What about you,
Yeah.
Steve? Any interests?
Um, I don't know, man. I watched Mortal Kombat finally on Friday. I was very very pleased. It was fun. It was cool. I'll probably watch it again. I might even watch it tonight, as long as I don't lose power from this weather. But um, it was cool, man. I've been super excited for the movie. I was looking forward to it this whole time, um, and it was a little different than I expected. It's kind of like a prequel. It's kind of a build up to like the Mortal Kombat world and universe. So they didn't have like the tournament and stuff in it like they did in some of the other Mortal Kombat, the original ones back in the 90s. Uh, but it's they signed on, I think, for like 5 more movies. I think is what they did. So I mean, it's they're gonna build a world out of it. So I'm super looking forward to that. Um, so that was cool.
On a scale of 1 to 10, what do you give it?
I'd give it a solid 8.5.
Whew.
Gabe, did you watch it?
I wouldn't give it.
Yeah,
I
I
wouldn't
watched
give it a 9 or a 10, only because there was a couple little things about it that I wish was a little different. They introduced a new character that's not even part of like the Mortal Kombat world. That I mean, he's okay, but like Liu Kang is like he's like the main character. So I think I really wish they kind of kept him as the main character. Um, but little tweaks in that. I got to give myself some room to grow.
What'd you think, Gabe?
I liked it a lot. I've always been a big Mortal Kombat fan, and I think yeah, there's what Steve said. Like, I wish Liu Kang was like the main guy and stuff. The new guy I do like him though, and I think it's gonna expand to the bigger story, especially spoiler alert, but at the ending, it looked like there was gonna be it's already building up into the second movie. Um, but yeah, I love the movie. I kind of wish they had the actual Mortal Kombat, but just setting it up, it's kind of like a prequel movie. I really like that. But yeah, there were so many like little things in it. Kano was probably my favorite character. He was
Oh, dude,
hilarious.
Kano was badass. He stole
He
the show
was.
for sure.
Yeah,
Wait, which one's
hopefully
that
we get
one?
He's the one
the
that does the laser beam out of his eye,
Oh
the
yeah.
red laser
Australian
beam out of
dude.
his eye. Yeah.
Yeah, that guy was awesome.
What,
Uh,
on a scale of 1 to 10, where do you rate it?
Like a 7.6.
what?
There was little things I would change. There was certain characters that I wish did
Sheesh.
a little bit more, like Raiden, but it was awesome. I think especially my favorite part is when he was like spam kicking Kano, where he kept like sweeping his legs out. He's like, "You're not gonna do that again," and he did it again. Like that was my
Oh,
favorite
Kung
part.
Lao. When Kung Lao kept
Yeah,
doing that too.
yeah, because that's just like the video game when you're playing against each other and you just keep doing the same move and you just keep getting them. That's
I
exactly
actually
what that
like
was
that
like.
they actually did legitimate fatalities in the movie
Yeah,
That's what I was gonna say. That like
because it's
that
a
part.
rated R movie. So I mean, they were able to like go all in on actual fatalities. So I'm glad they actually did that.
yeah, I
Yeah,
enjoyed the
I was
whole.
gonna say I like those like the fight scenes and stuff. I just thought the storyline got a little confusing for me at least, um but I did like the fight scenes and stuff like that. I thought it was cool and it reminded me of playing the game and stuff too.
I think they
On a
had to
scale of
make
1
it
to
a
10?
yeah.
Scale of 1 to 10, I was gonna probably say like a 6.5.
God, tough crowd, man. Real tough
Well, I
crowd.
think Joe might
I
be
do
the
think
tough.
that's tough. Whew.
But
I
you
gave it
also
a
you got to look at it
5.1.
too. See,
5.1.
and but Joe doesn't come from like being a fan of the series from
You
a
don't
long time. Like I've followed the games, like I've played almost every game at some point.
right, but I'm not.
Um,
But I'm not giving a 5.1 reason. I'm giving it to that movie. That
but
movie was a 5.1. Like that one guy you were saying that shoots the laser beams out of his eyes.
Kano.
Kano.
Yeah, Kano. Like y'all loved him. I thought he was like. I just felt like he was trying too hard, like almost the whole time,
Dude, his
and it was
jokes are
like
hilarious.
it
Yeah, his
was
jokes are
annoying.
pretty funny, man. He was pretty funny.
No, they were not, dude. It
I
was
mean,
forced. Like it was just very forced. I was just like, like, is this really that important? Does he need to be like? I get some
Well,
of it. Like I get trying to build that storyline, but it's like,
I LOL'd a lot to be
dude,
honest. So
I
yeah.
was gonna say I laughed a good amount too.
yeah, I even LMAO'd a lot too. So it's
should you have laughed that much in a movie? Was it a comedy or was it a? action.
I
movie.
feel when there's a gory movie like that, you have to have like some comic relief. I mean, it is a video game movie. It's not supposed to be like super, super serious. I mean, if you look at the Marvel movies, they all have like straight up comedies like Guardians. So
I
I
just
think
felt
that's
like it was very forced.
Well,
And
see, but that's
I
also
think that's part of the storyline where I was
That's kind of what I thought. I liked it, but I thought it was just some parts were forced.
yeah, but also too like that's where kind of having an understanding of like Mortal Kombat and the world and the universe, like that is Kano. Kano's a smartass, so like you know what I mean? Like that's he portrayed the character that he was supposed to be the way he was supposed to do it. Was he almost the main highlight of the movie? He kind of did steal the show compared to like not even the main character was like the main character. I would say Kano really took over the show, but that brought fun to it in my opinion. Like it brought a different aspect to a movie that you go in expecting it to be nothing but fighting, which it definitely did. Like fulfill that want for like a cool fighting movie. Like the scenes were great, but to have that funny part, like you know, because there is a lot of like, if there wasn't funny, it would be boring because there's a lot of build up.
and I'm not saying there shouldn't be funny. It just to me was not funny. Like that's just my opinion.
Yeah,
Like I'm not saying you can't have jokes in there or anything, but it just wasn't funny to me. And I
yeah.
was like, like it just seems very try hard. Like it
That might
was.
have been
I still
where-
enjoyed watching it. I don't
Yeah.
regret watching it.
Did you like it better than Godzilla?
That's a good question.
I know I liked it better than Godzilla. I saw Godzilla 2. Since like
They already came out with the two.
Godzilla versus
I don't know that I liked it better, to be honest. I felt like the Godzilla storyline at least went along a little bit better. The fight scenes in Godzilla were pretty cool.
I didn't like that sub storyline with that girl from Stranger Things. That was totally pointless.
But you
Yeah,
have
that was-
to you
that was
have to do
pointless.
it. Like they had a couple of like breakdowns of the movies. I always do that after I watch movies, but they kind of said they had to do some type of sub story within it just to tie everything in. And obviously, there's going to be more movies going on from this point on because there is a lot of origin of the Godzilla and King Kong, like where they came from and all these other creatures that basically these ancient creatures from the what is it called, the middle,
The
not
Titans.
The
the
Hollow
Titans,
Earth.
but the Hollow Earth. So
Mhm.
they have some type of like side story just
I
to
get that,
tie
but
in it all.
I just feel like that their side story was pretty pointless. Like all they did was end up in Hong Kong, and their
Yeah.
main thing was to spill the whiskey on top of the thing to make him like pause. Like they didn't even really stop him. Like I just feel like they could have done something more significant than that. What I'm thinking, they probably just signed the girl from Stranger Things, and they started writing the script. And like, oh shit, what's she supposed to do now?
I mean,
And they just
what
kind
do you expect? What do you expect them to do? They're not going to go throw bows with Godzilla or like King Kong. Like
But it was just
that's literally
ridiculous.
all they could do.
How are they supposed to? How did they sneak into a super secret like company that has like a tunnel to another side of the world? Like it just.
It's not that
I
hard.
don't know.
It's not that hard.
They could have done better. They could have done a lot better.
It's not
Yeah,
that
I'm
hard.
okay
the whole
with it.
podcast. It was like
Okay, so
like,
so you're questioning the fact that they sneaked into a top secret facility, but you're not questioning the fact that there's mythical godlike creatures roaming the earth.
Well,
That's
what I
your
thought
biggest.
was funny was Elon when he tweeted, "How is their son in the Hollow Earth?"
I
He
didn't
was
even
like,
pick
"How does
up
that
on
work?"
I guess there are some.
Isn't that crazy? What I told you about that the girl in one of the schools in my league that she's the girl that plays
Yeah, she goes
King
to
Kong's
this-
like best friend. Yeah.
She's like actually
she-
deaf, right?
She actually goes to your school.
No, not my school. One of the schools in our league that we play against. Texas School for the Deaf, and so yeah, she's actually like deaf. I'm not sure, but yeah, they did like a whole article on her and everything, and it was
Oh,
pretty
so
cool.
she lives in.
Where's she
She's still like
She
lives
lives.
in
No, yeah,
Austin.
she goes to school. She was at my track meet last week at our last track meet, and some kids were like taking pictures with her, and like the ads are trying to like figure it out, like what's going on. Is this girl famous? And then we finally they put it together. But
That's super cool,
What part did she play?
dude. The only
Dude,
deaf person
she was
in
King Kong's best
Godzilla.
friend.
she's literally like the main, like not the main character, but like
King Kong's
little-
best friend.
The little deaf girl
Oh, the
she talks to Kong
She's-
throughout the whole movie.
She goes to school to deaf.
Yeah, she goes to school here in
Oh
Austin.
wow, that's awesome! I didn't know that.
Yeah, and
Wow.
she was a track athlete, competing and everything, and it was just really cool. And I had no idea until somebody told me, and then I saw the article. But
That's cool, man. That's super
That's
cool.
awesome.
yeah,
Another movie that I watched, well, I watched it last night, but because I've been hearing some people talk about it, was the WeWork documentary. It wasn't
You said it's on
Well,
Amazon, right? Or what?
no, Hulu.
Hulu. There you go.
Yeah, it was like the breaking down of a $47 billion unicorn. And it's just, I mean, I won't give, I mean, obviously,
What kind of
for the
unicorn?
real life story, $47 billion unicorn.
But like, what kind of unicorn?
Gabe, we work.
WeWork? What do you mean, what kind of unicorn?
Like, what's the unicorn and what's $47 billion?
WeWork, the company.
Oh, the company we work. I thought you were just saying like that's just the name of the title. Like, hey, we all work.
No, it was about the demise of WeWork, and dude, it was crazy how much the Vision Fund gave them. SoftBank's Vision Fund, they gave them like $6 billion
Wow.
through it all, and then they were almost gonna give them like $20 billion towards the end, and then the pandemic hit and like kind of derailed everything. But it's just crazy how much money the Vision Fund just throws around into investments, and how much they made off of like DoorDash and stuff
Yeah,
like
it's
that.
crazy.
But it was pretty good. It was a short watch. It was like an hour and a half, maybe. Hour and
Worth it?
45.
Is it worth my hour and a half, or would you? Nah.
Yeah.
But like,
It
I'd
sounds
have,
like, I'm sure it's like real informative and stuff, right? It sounds like it.
Yeah.
I don't know.
It,
I guess
it's
I'd-
cool if you like venture capital, if you like learning about like different technology companies, how they're formed, and just kind of like how the momentum around them is required to raise that much money. Like the founders have to be storytellers because you
Yeah.
have to make these these venture firms believe in what you're doing and getting them to write those checks. I mean, so that was kind of cool, and like just seeing how they were doing that. I find that interesting. Like one of my favorite podcasts is the All In podcast with Chamath Palihapitiya and um, some of the other guys. I don't know how to say all their names, David Freeberg and stuff. But they're all venture capitalists that invest in early stage startups and IPOs, and then obviously Chamath has all those SPACs. So it was pretty cool seeing like what they talk about on a almost weekly basis in a movie or in a documentary. So that was cool.
That's cool.
I'll check it out. I'm interested in that. I'll waste an hour and 30 minutes of my time for it.
Might as well.
I mean,
My interest right now is the Spurs just lost by 5 to the Heat, so
DJ had a
Poor-
triple double though.
yeah, I saw that. And then
22, 10, and 11.
I got the Austin FC. We got our first win last week. They're on the road the whole month of April and most of May. I think all of May because they're still finishing up the stadium. But they finally got their first win last week against Colorado, 3-1.
did you look into getting like season tickets or anything for them?
Yeah, I missed the line for that, but I did join like the wait list. They have like a wait list membership club, the Oak Collective. So I joined that. So which it's kind of cool because if even like regular season games this year, they'll we'll get like first dibs on those. So hopefully I can get something because I want to go to at least a game or two,
Yeah.
and then see about season tickets later on. But
How's their stadium? Is it supposed to be pretty dope?
yeah, man, it's nice.
It's huge.
It's huge and it's really nice.
God, poor San Antonio.
I've only seen it from like the outside, but I mean, just driving by it. But I've seen pictures on their Instagram and stuff, and it looks awesome.
So it'll be bigger than San Antonio FC's
Yeah,
stadium.
I
What
want
is it called? What is it called?
I want-
Toyota Center? Toyota something?
Toyota Field.
Toyota Field, I
Field.
think, and Austin's is Q2. I think it was like a software company or something.
It's not Yeti.
What they do is you do,
banking.
Gabe? Or
Yeah,
they
they were
competitors with.
They were my
with
old
you?
company's competitors.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
I want to
Like, it
say,
was-
I think it holds like 20,000 is what I heard.
Yeah, more
Yeah,
than AT&T Center.
20,500.
Yeah.
Well, it's
So
outdoors.
yeah,
Damn, I'd be down to go check out a game. I mean,
yeah, I'm
You
excited.
You got to go to a San Antonio FC game first.
that is true. That is true. I guess I do have to try that out.
Yeah.
Does that Central Catholic kid still play for San Antonio FC, or you move on?
I think he's still there. I know he was doing that tryout, but I don't know what
He did
happened.
something. He got like a tryout like Bayern. Was it a Bayern Munich or something? Or-
Yeah.
Damn,
That's awesome.
That's
that's gonna be
crazy.
sick.
But yeah, so they have their next game on Saturday, and then we'll see.
Is it televised in like Austin Network?
Yeah, they
Like
showed them
Austin TV?
the local TVs in Austin and the radio and everything.
They're
They're,
one
like,
and one, right?
they're 1-1. Yeah, they lost their first game in LA.
But
And
isn't
they
LA
play,
pretty good?
yeah, they're usually up there at the top of the
Was it
MLS.
LA Galaxy, right? Is that
Yeah.
LA's team?
Yeah.
Is
Uh,
Ibrahimovic still play for them?
I'm not 100% sure. Something happened. I can't remember what, but he was getting into it he was talking some smack.
Didn't Beckham play for
Back in Milan.
Yeah, I think he went back.
Yeah, he plays for AC Milan now.
who?
Zlatan.
Oh, but
Ibrahimovic.
didn't Beckham play
Yeah.
for Galaxy, or is he still there? I don't know. I don't follow MLS really, so.
No, he's done, but he was there. I think that's where he finished off. A lot of the guys that play, I mean, a lot of the best players that play overseas they usually try to come to the MLS to finish off their career.
Why? Don't they get paid way more overseas?
Yeah, but it's just for the fame.
Well, not really. That many teams aren't going to pay them that much more over there.
Yeah, once
So
they get
this is so much easier.
Oh well, I guess
They get to be
I guess
like top of
the
them.
studs. Yeah.
Yeah, again.
yeah. I mean, just
Gee, you
imagine like Messi or like Ronaldo coming to like MLS team to finish off their career.
Oh, San Antonio FC, man.
And anywhere they play, it's like you know, sold out stadiums and everything. So
Actually, yeah, that'd
Gee,
be cool.
Gee, you paid $50 to be on the wait list?
yeah, I did. I don't know how many. I mean, I'm sure they packed it up, but I don't know. I don't know if there's like an order.
That's dedication.
Just free money, man. Sorry, sir, you didn't make it this time, but
Yeah,
thanks for the donation.
Both jerseys too. So I'm going to games for sure.
And you have to pay a $15 renewal fee next season just to
Mhm.
be on the wait list? Damn.
I'm gonna get in
Dude,
though.
I don't understand how
draining you.
if you were that like wanting to go, like why how come you missed out on the
I guess I just missed out like on when they were actually starting like the season ticket process. I heard when they were coming for sure, but I kind of missed out on when they were doing all that, and then like even the stadium. I mean, it kind of just happened like so quick. They started building that thing like.
you did miss out on the jerseys,
I
man.
thought there was like another year too. I didn't even think they were gonna finish the stadium that quick, but yeah, they.
Ask them how much
they-
the jerseys
Where's
were.
The stadium is right by the Domain, which is another cool thing about the area, you know, because the Domain is like a new upcoming spot where there's just like the mall, the bars, and restaurants, and it's gonna be.
What's the Oasis? Is that like a domain in Austin, or is that something completely different?
It's by the lake.
No, that's out.
I like that.
Yeah, that's out on the lake. That's like a restaurant. They have their own brewery and stuff.
Oh, is it pretty cool?
It's cool.
The-
Cool views.
The food isn't the best, but the drinks and the view is like badass. Well, even the drinks are kind of iffy. I would probably just stick to beer, but because I went and we got like food and it's okay. It's a little overpriced, but it's mostly you're paying for the view because there's
You're paying
like
for
3
the
or 4
view,
levels. Just overlooks the lake and it's just awesome. It's really the only place that I really know that's that big and has a good view.
Solid.
Yeah, you go during like that sunset time, and it's just like awesome, like views of the lake and everything.
Yeah,
Nice.
I
That's
didn't
good.
realize Q2 was so far north.
The stadium,
Yeah.
yeah, it's literally right by the Domain. Like you can walk for the Domain and stuff.
their company's
So
right
then
down
that's going to be like
183.
the cool spot. Like go like maybe have like I don't know what time games are usually over there, but like have brunch or something. Go walk over to
Yeah,
the stadium, or if it's a night game, go out to the domain after.
exactly. The Domain's gonna like is gonna be like booming after those games and stuff.
Yeah, they need bars because they only have like 4 or 5 like legit bars, and even I don't know about. I haven't been in a while, but I know pre-COVID it was getting pretty packed.
Damn, what was it? The Rose Room? Is that the one in the domain?
Yeah, that's
Rose
there.
Room, Kung Fu, Dog, and
Now they have Wonder
Rose Room
Bar.
Citizen.
Wonder
Wonder
Bar is
Bar, yeah.
one of the newer ones.
Damn.
But
More?
but there's another like there's a Gabe. They're throwing a like a live viewing party for all the away games. I can't remember the
At
name of
Zilker?
it. No, it's It's at another like little bar or brewery near the stadium.
It's like Austin Beer Works or
It's called
Cellulose.
It's called Hop Squad Brewing.
Hops. I haven't heard of that one.
Hop Squad, and so they're gonna be.
There's also right around the stadium. There's also like a little like where, and there's like 3 or 4 like breweries, probably more now. But there's a bunch of breweries like Oscar Blues, Austin
Mhm.
Beer Works, and they're like the typical like Austin breweries where they just have like the big garage doors and a bunch of tables and food trucks and everything, and you just kind of like chill. And then it's cool because right behind you see like the tanks, and it's a warehouse, and it's
Yeah,
pretty neat. Yeah, that's a good spots to go to. That's probably another place for people to the game because those are actually closer to the stadium than the domain is. But I mean, it's all in the same area.
yeah. No, it's gonna be a fun thing for the city and people to go to and hang out.
Damn. I want to go check it out. But after San Antonio FC game, like Joe said, then I could go.
There you go.
How much are the tickets? Do you even know?
For like a game or like season
For like,
tickets. I
yeah, what
mean,
are season tickets gonna
I
run?
don't know. I've been trying to find. I mean, there's some families at my school. Some of the kids in my school told me that they got like a 4-pack of season tickets already. I don't know what they run, honestly. Um, I haven't like talked to somebody that actually, that would tell me like straight up how much they are. So
Paid.
I'm not too sure.
I don't even know what like reasonable
I
prices would
heard
be.
the resale was going pretty high, which makes sense, but I haven't really looked yet. Like I said, their home games don't start till June, so guess we'll find out soon.
Damn, that'd be cool.
And
Get some-
and so on that video, do you gotta get like likes on it, or you just gotta submit it and see what they say?
Yeah, I don't even. I mean, Chris is the one that sent that, so I don't even know where he saw it. It's just I think they just submit the video in, and they just pick people to like make a video. I'm assuming they're gonna make like a long video out of everybody's little change into the jersey.
You should do yours with both jerseys. Why not?
Yeah.
That way they know you're real dedicated.
Why don't you do
Man,
something
this guy
like
spent
cool, like
$300 on jerseys.
that jersey swap, like where you have one on and then you do this and then you cut it and you get the other one.
I mean, yeah, I didn't know how to.
Like you wear one, it's game time. Take it off, and there's the other one there.
Yeah, I just didn't. That's why I didn't know how to do it because I was like, do I just take my whole shirt off and like I'm like.
He's just itching to take his shirt off, man.
He's like, it's hot in here. It's hot in here. I swear.
I mean, if it wasn't for the TikTok, I don't know how I would have made like a transition without me literally taking my shirt off. Like,
Bro, there's probably like a million tutorials on how to do it.
I'm not good at that stuff.
You
I'm
just-
barely figuring out TikTok.
Well, tell Nick. He'll do it for you.
Yeah,
He'll
tell
post it on
Nick. I'm sure
TikTok.
Nick will do it.
But I don't care.
Nah, you don't want to
I'll,
win, man. You're not a true fan.
Shout out, and follow. Give our boy a follow, Nick Garcia on TikTok
Yeah.
for all the hottest trends.
Except doesn't he like all of his are private, I thought. But.
And for your Grey's Anatomy updates.
I think he's got like 2 public ones. _ Nicholas Alexander. Go follow him.
Okay.
Get his follower counts up. He only has 18. Go help our guy out. Friend of the pod.
Strong 18, though.
He might be starting his own pod soon.
Yeah, a Gray's pod.
For those of you that Grey's Anatomy fans.
I don't know anything about Grey's Anatomy.
I don't either.
I know they're doctors.
I just know there's thousands of episodes.
Yeah, they're like on
Nick-
season like 15 or
I
something.
don't know how he does it, man.
How you what?
I can't even like finish a regular show like on TV. Like I started watching Big Sky and I'm like 4 episodes behind and I didn't even know they brought out the new episode. And he's watched the entire Grey's over and over.
Well, speaking of new episodes, I finished Falcon and Winter Soldier series. I don't know if any of y'all watched that.
Good. That's awesome.
Yeah, that was good. I mean, it was
Like better than WandaVision?
yeah, I would say
Yeah,
yeah.
watch.
I would say yeah.
I think there was more action.
But I guess in WandaVision, I saw the buildup for her character moving forward. And I guess in this one, you get the buildup of, Falcon becoming Captain America. But,
Spoiler alert.
I mean, dude, the poster's already been released of him all over the
Yeah.
place. And Disney already released a picture of him. But, I mean, it was cool to watch. I don't know. I guess I feel like that was really like they did a 6 episode series just for him to become Captain America, which I don't know.
I
I
mean,
mean, it
you
was
saw
fun
the
to
Winter
watch.
Soldier too. Like you saw the Winter Soldier, how he kind of like became like cured role and his PTSD and everything. That was kind of cool as well. And then we
Yeah,
got
but you already knew that. You already knew that he had been the Wakandans had helped him.
true, but you
Like,
got to see a little bit more of that. And you got to see like the Wakandans that helped him come back, and that was
yeah, it was a good watch. I mean, I think Loki will be pretty good. I guess I'm more excited to start to see like how these start to arc into the next phase of the Marvel universe. I think that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for these things to finally all start to connect in a puzzle because the next couple of phases are going to be really interesting. And I'm not even going to lie, a lot of these new movies and like characters and stuff that are going to be coming out, like I'm not really that familiar with, like on some of these new
yeah.
Marvel phases that they're coming out with. Like I'm not a very familiar. What's like there's there man I can't even remember on the timeline. There's one that's coming out on is it Disney or HBO? It's not the Mutants.
Gabe, you should know.
I don't know. Yeah, there's a
I don't
couple.
know.
If you there's a couple that I'm just not really familiar with, so I'm excited to kind of see these story arcs starting to be built, so I could get a better understanding.
So
Because
these are just these are all like episodes, right? On
they're just like fillers. I
on
think
Disney,
what
on
I'm
Disney Plus.
yeah, they're like
Yeah.
filler episodes that are trying to start to build the arc for like the next phase of Marvel. But I think what I'm most excited about is the third Spider-Man.
When is that
Like
come out? Or when is it supposed to come out?
It's like this year,
and
right? Like in,
end of the year, I think, close to the end of the
Yeah.
year.
I
But
watched
like
that.
that's gonna be like insane. That's gonna have like the Sinister Six. Like that's even gonna start talking about like bridging into like the multiverse and bringing like Tobey Maguire back in his Spider-Man version. And
Okay.
Yeah.
what's the other guy?
I watched if
I
Toby's
watched
in it.
that. Yeah.
Andrew
What's
Garfield.
yeah? Like I mean, just like that, mind blown. Like I think that's gonna be so cool. And I love the Spider-Man movies. I've always been a huge fan of Spider-Man.
The first one
So
was
I
my favorite.
Yeah.
see. I
I
mean,
like the Spider-Man. I like the Spider-Man.
like they're
I feel like
good.
y'all be kind of lost though because like you kind
Ah,
of need to
I'm
see.
sure, but
Yeah, you kind of have to see like the something big
it
happens
can't be
at the
that
end.
complicated.
I
nah.
Well,
don't
they
think
even
it'd be
talked about
complicated.
Can't be
I
Mortal
mean,
Kombat.
yeah, but I don't want Joe to give it like a 5.5 also just because he didn't watch all the
Super
other stuff.
confused.
5.1.
Yeah, I
No,
need to
look, it was the acting that did it for me, and
I hope
and some of the
Spider-Man's not too
writing.
funny, man. Hope it's not too funny.
I hope they don't force it. Yeah, agreed. I hope they don't force it.
Joe's like, I don't remember it being this funny, even though I never read the comics or anything.
You know what I'm rewatching right now is the Christopher Nolan trilogy with
Those are
Christian Bale.
solid. Those are good.
Love that trilogy. One of my favorites.
The new Batman with Robert Pattinson came out
I
like a
still
month
haven't
ago.
seen the damn
Never seen it.
Justice League,
Seems.
man.
Oh yeah, I haven't seen the Justice League.
It's carving out 4 hours, man. It's a lot of time. But I guess like Joe said, you could break it up in like 4 chapters or whatever, like an hour a piece.
Mhm.
It's a lot.
I think that's what he said. I don't know. He's not listening.
Yeah, an hour piece. I mean, yeah,
I
said
still need
that.
I still need to watch it, but I've been
Let's-
slacking on that one.
we need to get a producer so he can replay our hot takes from before.
What about Space Jam 2? You got Space Jam 2 coming out.
Oh yeah, I'm ready to
June,
see.
I'm
right?
It.
ready for that.
That's gonna be
Yeah.
hopefully that's gonna be good. I really hope they don't mess it up. Because like the first one's like one of my all time favorites. When I was a kid, I like carried that VHS tape with me everywhere, man. Like if there was a VHS, I was popping it in.
The soundtrack, dude. The soundtrack to that was amazing. I had to listen. To
I
it
had
all the
the
time.
CD. I had the CD too.
Yeah.
Shit,
I'm sure.
I might still have it. Is it worth anything?
Do you have a CD player in your car?
Yeah,
I think I do. Yeah, I do.
yeah, you do.
Put it in on repeat.
Shit.
Yeah, but so we'll see. And then there's another Top Shot drop tomorrow for that pre-order base pack, but
Yeah, let's talk some Top Shot.
Joe doesn't want it, but I'll take his pack if he could just
So
secure one for me.
hold on. So I do not want it, but I'm going to buy it, and I meant to tell you this yesterday. I'm gonna buy it because I saw that there's like 50 number one cereal
Number one
moments.
cereals. Yeah.
Yeah, in it. So I was like, okay,
No, I'll give you
He
10
He
bucks.
doesn't want it though, Steve. So.
I know. I'll give you 10 bucks for your plus EV. There you go. You made money off of it.
Any of the non number ones? Okay.
Can me and Steve give you 5 each? And then,
So y'all get 1 moment each, and I keep the number one.
no, we get the number one, but we'll split the
No,
sale.
can I just give you? I'll just send you 10 bucks for the pack. And I mean, think about it. Statistically, you're not going to get the number one. So just
Basically, I got the LeBron. And my odds on that
statistically,
one-
but your chances were there a 1 out of 99. This one's like 1 out of
Oh, that one wasn't-
35,000.
That wasn't 1 out of 99. That was 1 out of.
It was like 30,000, right?
No, there were 2,400 packs released.
Okay, so
80
exactly.
80
Statistically,
no, but 80,000, only 80,000 people qualified. So
Oh, yeah.
statistically, I had to qualify for it. Then I had to be within one of the first 2,400 people in line.
I know, but
And then I had to
mathematically,
only get 99.
but what I'm saying is that once you obtain the pack, your odds of getting that moment were greater than if you got a base pack out of 300,000 base packs. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying.
Maybe.
I mean, I don't know.
So tomorrow. Okay, so then tomorrow is that there? Is it tomorrow?
It's at like 1 a.
So
I don't know.
It's like 3, I think.
But it's weird. It doesn't make any sense. You have to like pre-register, but then you still have to get in line to
Did you,
still.
did you pre-register? Because I did, but then like when I went to go look today, it didn't say anything.
It said I was
Oh, yeah,
pre-registered.
because it closed at a certain time, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, you still have to get in the queue, which I don't get. Like,
I don't get it either.
We're guaranteed one though, right?
Not
no,
even.
you're not.
You're not
You're
guaranteed
not
one.
guaranteed.
And those
I thought
300.
if you pre-registered, you were guaranteed.
No, that's what I don't know.
No,
What the
they said-
pre-register was
they said
for.
No, they said although you're pre-registering, you're not guaranteed a spot. So I'm like, okay, well,
What's the point?
why would
Unless
y'all even try to test this?
Oh yeah, you're right.
unless they're trying to, unless like if you were fast enough to pre-register, then you might be guaranteed. I don't. But see, but then you close the pre-registration. I don't know. It didn't make any sense.
I
Either.
guess
was confused.
I guess the whole point of that, from what I understand, is it says as long as you're in the queue before the purchase queue window closes, you're still given the opportunity to pay for the purchase.
And then
So-
isn't there rebound packs also in this drop?
No, it's just
I didn't see anything about a
300,000.
rebound. Yeah.
Okay.
I mean, in theory, 300,000 moments, you're basically guaranteed a pack, or 300,000 packs.
You should. You're right.
guaranteed.
You're right. You should.
Because by the time people
And then by the time people actually
Time to get in
pre-registered,
the queue, yeah,
Because the pre-register wasn't even open that long.
no, it was like 20 hours.
Oh, that's pretty long.
Well, I mean,
Yeah.
it was like some of the pre-orders were like 3 days.
but there was no confirmation of you pre-registering, right?
I thought I got one.
I mean, it told you.
Did you get an email? It told me, but like now when I go to it, I don't see anything.
Well, yeah, because it's closed. I think you're fine. I wouldn't worry
Yeah.
about it.
Okay. So we got that tomorrow, and then our Cool Cats challenge tomorrow too.
Yeah, ends tomorrow. It says registering doesn't ensure you'll receive a pack. You'll still need to join the queue on April 29th or 30th to purchase the pack you're registering for. As long as you're in the queue before the purchase queue window closes, you'll be given an opportunity to pay for your purchase. So I guess pre-registering gives you an option to get into the queue, but you have to get into the queue to make the purchase. That's the
I don't know. It's
way I
kind of
get it.
confusing.
Yeah, I guess we'll see what happens, but
I mean, as long as I could get a pack, I'm happy. As long as I get a number one LaMelo, I'll be happy.
yeah, if I can get a pack, I'll be at 36 moments and
This will put me at 25. I'll be at
30,
25
37
moments.
with 37 with the Cool Cats.
This one would put me at 50.
There you go.
God, I really
You
want
hear me?
I wanted to do the Cool Cats
Yes.
challenge, man, but they got like, so 2 of the moments are like 95, 85 plus.
Yeah,
It's needed. I was like,
Joe got the best stick, the best end of the stick. He got because he already had 2 of those, so he only had to buy 3, I think.
No, I only had one.
Oh, I thought you said you had 2.
I had bought, well, when I told you I was going to go for it, I had just bought
Yo,
this.
you already bought one. Okay.
But I had bought the Duncan Robinson for my showcase because he's a certified baller. I
Yeah.
bought that one for 8. Now it's going for 21. Then I bought the Joe Ingles, and I bought the TJ McConnell and the Jermichael Green. But
Yeah,
like
the-
if I sold TJ, I would make like $25 for TJ and JaMichael Green. If I sold them right now, I would make $50 profit.
I mean,
And then
yeah,
I can sell
it makes sense why they were the more expensive ones because they're the LEs, right?
Yeah.
right. There's a limited number of them.
And I actually when I bought my TJ, I got number 1,000 or 1,700 out of the 15,000, so pretty low.
What'd you pay for that?
is low.
I pay like 80 something, I think.
Woohoo.
Hey, dude,
Wow.
I'm everything I have, I've
Dedicated.
everything I'm pretty dedicated. Everything I have, I've spent money on, so I'm just and Steve, we talked about it. I'm in it for the longer. I'm not trying to sell anything really, unless I can get like 19K.
Yeah.
Like unless I can get like 19K, like Joe and Gabe did, like off like that, then I'll do it. But I'm not
Yeah.
gonna sell for 10, 20, 30, 40, 50, 60, 70, 80, not even 100.
90, 100, 120.
Anything under 100 really isn't worth selling. in
Yeah,
my
I'm not
opinion.
gonna
Because
sell anything.
you can't go out and buy much for that unless you're getting a pack.
Yeah.
But yeah, I've tried to just even when I'm buying moments, I'm trying to like if the lowest ask is 8, but it $10 I can get a pretty low serial number.
Right.
Like I'm gonna spend the $10 or whatever. Like that's just kind of been my motto.
That was like
the Miles Bridges.
That was like my TJ McConnell one. Like the lowest ask was like 81, but then I was like I could pay 84 and get like in the thousands, serial number, and I'm like,
I just want my my $20 Dapper from it so I could go buy my Keldon that I want. Want a Keldon Johnson or a LaMelo. I haven't decided which one yet.
You can't. It's gonna be hard to buy a LaMelo for $20.
No. I mean, I'll just put that towards obviously the purchase price. Yeah, obviously I'm not gonna just straight up, but I want a Keldon or a LaMelo. Obviously both at some point, but I
I
don't know
got
which one I'll
3. Let
pick
me know
first.
which one you want.
you should buy Keldon dropped bad. I saw that on my Evaluate Market.
Yeah, he's $28.
I think I paid like 90 for that one.
Did you really? I thought you paid like 50
I
No,
paid
I paid
83 at one point.
Yeah, I paid like 90.
for that exact same one.
Yeah.
Yeah. So if it's like 20, you should jump on it like quick.
I
Alright,
paid
what-
80. I paid 83 for a 3511. I paid 33 for a 2298.
Damn,
And
now
then
I
I
want to
paid
check.
30 for a 5986. The low is 28. But see, even the low is going to be a high serial number. Well, actually,
There's
not-
only
the
12.
low right now is
yeah.
66 23, so it's not super high.
Yeah,
There's a
okay.
4400 for $30.
Like,
A 32 for 32.
Yeah,
screwed mine bad.
I mean, it's just that's where the market was when we first got in.
Yeah.
yeah, man, Keldon would be real nice.
Yeah.
Are you gonna get that legendary Keldon Joey had talked about?
Thinking about it, depends. It's pretty pricey.
I mean,
It was like one.
11. It's 1100, 1150.
Uh,
I mean, I'm looking at it right now.
It's 1149 is the low.
1150.
Joe's got it in Dapper.
There you go.
I mean, I do, but I don't really want to spend it on that. The person that owns it's the Big Fundamental, so Tim Duncan.
There
Is
you
it
go.
really?
It's at the Big Fundamental. It's not Tim,
Oh,
but he is a Spurs fan. Actually, Gabe and I talked about this.
Dude,
Yeah.
We think that the
Possible.
Big Fundamental might. They're for sure a Spurs fan, obviously, because they had didn't they have a LeBron, Gabe?
Yeah, they had a LeBron, and I was like scoping it. I think they had it for like pretty around like where we were trying to sell it. So
that could easily be.
Remember, he has like 7 Brandon Ingram rares.
yeah. No, I'm looking at his name right now. Yeah, he has the number 30 LeBron James that we. Or Brandon Ingram's like the gold, metallic gold, series ones.
He has 2 Lamelos and a Lonzo,
and he has
legendary.
legendary Lonzo. And he has
when
that,
is when's our challenge in for us to get like the showcase challenge?
May 4th.
May 4th.
May 4th is when it ends, and you'll get your $20 in Dapper if you have at least 20 likes.
Oh, got 30, man. Make sure to make it real secure.
They were
Yeah,
saying
I don't. How do you think all those people did it? Like when on Twitter, like they were helping me out, and so I'd help them out, and it's like, how do these people have 5K like? I mean,
They spammed the way I was. Man, I was just tweeting everybody like
They
on
bought
Twitter.
it. They're bots.
Yeah, it's got to be bots because even then, I couldn't even imagine doing like 1,000 of those.
Well, even the office hours guys were like, or the guys from Top Shot during their office hours, they're saying, we wanted to do this to get engagement, but towards the end, or like
Yeah.
right after, we felt like it was getting a little spammy.
Right.
Probably,
It's
probably
super
not something
spammy.
we'll do again.
I mean, even with
Um,
us, like we even
But
at our
people
level,
getting-
even at our level, we're doing it like kind of the right way, I guess, without using a bot. It's like everybody that asked me to like theirs back. I didn't even click. I didn't watch their showcase. I just clicked on it and liked it.
But that legend, if you win and you get a legendary pack, I mean that's $2-3 grand free money. I mean, because you get a free legendary pack, you got to imagine the lowest legendary is going for maybe like the Keldon, like 1150 plus the
Yeah.
3 rare moments, whatever those are. And if you get lucky and get a good one, I mean, so it could be worth some money. There's still some LeBrons in packs. So I get why they're doing it, but it's just spammy and kind of annoying.
Yeah, it seems like it's the people that are doing it are all bots and stuff.
Yeah.
But yeah, so then we have that. Yeah, then Gabe, did you do pre-registered for both of your account or for you and Tori's account?
I only have one account, and yeah, I did it. And she did it as well.
All right.
With her own card info.
I saw Venmo, so I was laughing at that.
Hey, do y'all think that a Keldon for $28 for serial number 6623? Do you think that's solid?
No, I think there was one that's like 3,200 for $32 or something. There was one that was way lower for like.
So would you say that's
$4.
better for that?
I think if you're gonna
30.
do it, you might as well.
I
split up
wonder.
a little
Okay,
bit.
so this is a question I have. Like,
Well, I'm asking because I want to buy it right now, but like I'm just asking what you think. Is the $4 more gonna really be worth it in the long run to get a 32 serial number versus or 3,200 versus a 6,800? Like I
For
mean,
$4, yeah.
Yeah, I guess for $4, because then if you did try to resell it and you price yours $10 higher than the lowest.
See, but then where do I draw the line? Because then, like, look, you got a 3,195 for $35. So where do I draw the line where I'm like,
I try to do it less than $5 more than the lowest ask. Is usually where I try to.
Because when we were trying to buy, we'll scroll down a little bit, right? A couple bucks.
And if there's something extreme for like $8 more, then yeah, I'll push it a little bit. But
that's
to
my
me,
question.
it's like, if it's less than $5, then I go for it. I'd rather have a lower serial number just for my own personal collection.
So 32.78 for $32 would be better, or is about as good as it gets.
Yeah, I mean,
compared to the $23 one for like $6K.
Yeah, because literally, I paid 33 for a 22.98, paid 83 for a 35.11.
And you're already better than me because I paid 90 for like a 6. So.
And I paid 30 for a 59.86. So I mean, to me, I am willing to go up a little bit from the lowest ask if it means getting a significantly better serial number. Just my opinion.
No, and I agree too, I guess. But when I start thinking like, well, damn, like there's for even $3 more, then there's like even
you could keep working your way down a little bit.
I mean, I could keep going.
I go off the lowest ask. I try not to go off of like, oh, well, only $3 more from the $5 I'm already at, so it's 8 more. I try to stay within $5 of the lowest
ask, and then just try to find the best one there.
Right.
Okay, that makes sense.
And if it turns out that, like I said, if you scroll a little bit further down and $3 more will get you a sub 2,000 number, then yeah, probably worth going for. If you like the moment, like I want to hold on to these Keldons forever. So
forever.
Yeah, forever.
I mean, that's what I'm doing. I'm not selling anything, dude. Unless
I have
I can make K's. Like,
I have 10 Spurs players. Like, none of these are going to be worth anything anytime soon. But I like them because they're Spurs players. I like them because they're good. and I think in the future they'll be worth something. As long as Top Shot keeps going up in this long term trajectory. Otherwise, like, yeah, I spent like $32 on a Lonnie moment that's worth 11 now.
Yeah, I'm down bad right now, but just hoping for them
But
to
like
keep
you said,
going.
yeah, and like you said, Steve, like you want to think that eventually, even these series two of 12,000 moments will be a lot to someone who comes in 2 years later, where they have only access to 50,000 CC moments. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Circulating counts. So we're still early enough that I think that some of these are.
So what are our moment counts? Joe's at 47,
I'm
right?
at 46. I'll be
Oh, with
47 with
with
my
the
cool
yeah.
cat.
So I'll be at 34 with my cool cat. Gabe, what are your accounts?
I'm at 20. I think
Accounts.
Tori has like 20 something. Let me check real quick.
Yeah, I thought she was like at 27 when I checked the evaluate market. I'm keeping tabs on all y'all.
Kite Junior. Shout out to Kite Flyer 32 on Top Shot.
Yes, actually, Eddie. Shout out Eddie Bettis. He pre-registered for tomorrow. So
Did he?
Did he
yeah,
really?
that's what he told me.
Yeah,
I got Marshall pre-registered. Antonio, my sister's boyfriend, he pre-registered.
Now what we need is that referral program to start up.
Yeah.
Then I'll start getting some people to join.
What's crazy really is that like I still talk to people like at basketball. I talked to when I was playing Sunday. I talked to people that are actually fans of basketball,
And they
watch
still
the
don't know about
game,
it?
and they still have zero idea about Top Shot.
Yeah,
So I'm like, okay, if they even do even the smallest marketing push during playoffs, like some
one
of these
commercial.
moments are going to go up in value. Like, and especially if Keldon goes off in the playoffs and just like the Spurs win their playing game and they take their first round matchup to 7 games and Keldon goes off, like he's going to be worth more. So that's the kind of thing that you want to do now is look at who your teams are going to the playoffs, what players you think will have a breakout playoff, and then go from there. Like I think Miles Bridges is going to do well. Like people start tuning in for playoff games, they see him dunking and like just going crazy. Like I think his moments are going to rise in value a
yeah,
bit. Just especially because he's such an exciting player. Like, and he's with Lamelo. Like the one Miles Bridges moment I got was a hockey assist from Lamelo. Like so, just little things like that. Even though it's not necessarily a Lamelo moment, he's in it. It's kind of cool because even Lamelo's moments are assists.
I love
Um,
assists though, man. You know I'm good at those when we play.
Well, I know, but that's what I'm saying. But like his moments an assist, but then you see the Miles Bridges dunk, and
Like
he's
if there's
literally
some good
doing an assist in there.
if there's some good defense moments, man, that's all me.
Jared Allen
Garrett Allen
blocks.
block.
well, dude, that's what I said about. I mean, I said it on a couple episodes ago. I was like that. Like I know the NBA backs it, but there hasn't really been anything that the NBA has put out that like talks about it. Like they can easily talk about it like on TNT or ESPN.
Well,
Uh,
yeah, and I was looking at or I was listening to the First Mint podcast, and then I was reading one of the blog posts, and the reason they said that they're not doing a marketing push is number one, they want to try to get everyone to have access to withdrawals. They don't want people coming in and not having access right away. So they're trying to build that up to where they can get a team
yeah,
enabled to have identities checked right away and withdrawal access right away.
Yeah.
The other thing was that say they get all these people in, they do a marketing push, they get everyone involved, and then they don't have any packs to give them or to sell them, or they don't have any packs in the works, like this 300,000 pack lined up, ready to go. Like they're just not ready for that many more people to start buying.
Well,
yeah,
that's what I had mentioned like a couple podcasts ago. Like their infrastructure is just not there. So I think once they have that team just right, just ready, and they do that full marketing push, and you start seeing commercials of Top Shot during the NBA playoffs and stuff like that, like it's gonna blow up, man. Like all of our moments that seem like they're worth a couple of bucks, like that's when we'll really start to see a high ROI. You know, if that's obviously your goal. But like I keep saying, like, yeah, it's like we have a moment that's one of 35,000, but when you have 2 million users, like that 35,000 seems a lot smaller than right now. It seems big to us, but it's still a small market.
When you think in relative, like to actual basketball trading cards or whatever, like you have no idea how many of those cards are out there. Like
Yeah.
you only know what PSA has kind of reported for the most part, or what
You
they
only know
think,
what's yeah, exactly. You only know what's graded.
but you don't know what's actually out there, what's circulating, what's in someone's attic, or anything like that. So you surely don't know how many moments you're trying to value up against, and on those you also have a serial number that separates it.
You know what I'm
Um,
curious, and I was kind of mentioning this because I watch the market, and I try to scoop up like every so often you'll find like a $4 moment. It'll go super quick, like you got to jump on it, but like $4 moment or a good $5 moment. I was, what is y'all's opinion on like the badges? Like say you find no matter the serial number, say you find a moment for $4, but it happens to have like that TS badge or the rookie badge. Like, do you think in the long term, like no matter the serial number, even though it has badges, do you think that might apply to some type of challenge or some type of worth something more in the long run because it has certain badges and it has certain things?
I think the way that it will be worth more is as it relates to challenges. I don't think, for the most part, people will inherently think they have value until all of a sudden NBA Top Shot says, "Here's a challenge. Go get these 5 players' Top Shot debuts to get this
Yeah.
free moment."
Yeah.
So so right now I don't think we'll see it until they do that, and then people will start putting an emphasis on
But
badges
do you think it's worth scooping up some of these if you could find a $4, $5 moment
for
and
four for
it's got
$4. Yeah,
badges? Okay, because
That's what I've been looking for on some of mine too.
I've been looking for like the really affordable stuff. Like even though it's not, because obviously I've been missing out on some of these challenges just because of like I haven't spent enough money in the Top Shot
so the
market.
packs.
Um, you know, moments or whatever it is. So I'm trying to be strategic about it too, because like I had mentioned, not trying to spend. Joe's been fortunate enough to play with a lot of house money, and investing in his Top Shot account. But like for all of us that haven't had those big flips yet, we're still dumping in our personal money into this, and you're not going to see an ROI on it for a while. Especially, I haven't even tried authorizing my account to do withdrawals,
Yeah,
just
I
because
mean,
it's not something I'm really interested in yet to do.
Well, like when I went on like my little buying spree of cheaper moments, like what I tried to do was look for players that I like, moments that I thought were actually cool, that like I can go back and be like, oh man, that Aaron Gordon dunk was sick. Like it's a 35,000 moment, but it's still cool. Like the Grayson Allen, oh he's a dookie. Like let me check this out. Jason Tatum, like those were kind of the things, and then let me find the cheapest moment. Like the Pirtle moment that I got. Like no one cares about Jacob Pirtle, right? Like except for Spurs fans, maybe.
Spurs fans, yeah.
But I was like, hey, it's a cool dunk. Same thing with Jalen Brown. So I was like, well, as long as they're cool moments and I don't mind looking at them later on, like I think it's worth buying if you can find the right deal, because you're going to need more moments in the future. I mean, if you want to get to some of these pack drops, and when they have to start weeding people out, that's what it's going to come down to: is how many moments do you have?
Yeah, I guess we'll see. And then Dapper announced too another project. Who knows if maybe I know there was like some speculation, like say if people that are early adopters into the Top Shot community will get early access into Dapper's new project. Um, so that'd be cool. That'd be fun. I'd be
Yeah,
excited to try that out.
I hope they do something to kind of like take care of all the early birds, especially like if like Joe, you said like they're not ready for that, but there's a lot of people putting in a lot of money and stuff and time into this.
Dude,
Because
there's one Top Shot.
all
His name is Dingling.
all it takes is Shaq, Ernie, Kenny, and Chuck to throw out the name a couple times, and
Well, it's like you see people talking about Dogecoin. Like my 68-year-old uncle was like, "Oh yeah, I bought some Dogecoin," and I'm like, "How or why?" He's like, "Oh, I saw Mark Cuban talking about it on Ellen," and I'm like, "Okay, like
There you go. It's going in the moon.
top, I guess, or maybe just getting started." But what I'm saying is that's all it takes to get someone interested in it.
right.
At So yeah, so we'll see. All right, fellas. Well, it's been real. It's been fun. It's
Yeah,
been real
real
fun.
fun.
it was today was a fun one. We got to just chat it up a little. Make sure everybody follows us Instagram, Twitter, Not My Circus.
Not My Circus Pod. I'm gonna make a special announcement. We'll have a little tournament. Whoever retweets our next tweet that Giovan's gonna post, I'll give them a Bruce Brown 3-pointer shot that has a little shimmy at the end. So G, let's be sure to
Nice.
put that on Twitter. Bruce Brown 3-pointer with a little shimmy, and we'll do a giveaway there.
Sounds good.
It'd be nice.
So follow us, like us on Twitter, do all that stuff. Gio, I'll let you figure out the requirements to gift that.
Sounds good.
Cool.
All right, fellas.
All right, guys.
Till next time.
All right. Peace out.
All right, wait for it to be 100. Gabe was falling asleep.
Good.
Good thumbs up. Good stop yawning, man.
Dude, 14